have needs to be met. We either achieve them ourselves or with the help of others. If you've got a child with autism, possibly with limited or no language, this may not come naturally. Resorting to undesirable behaviour to achieve something is common. This can cause stress at home, school and in the community, particularly as children age.
It's important to know that your child isn't deliberately trying to be naughty. It's okay to have expectations for your child. Every child, including those with dual diagnoses like intellectual impairment, can be taught how to be independent and a way of communicating their desires and needs.
A young child's needs are usually simple. They may use hand leading, they may bring an item to you, use eye contact or point to communicate these to you. They can also engage in a maladaptive behaviour like snatching or pushing to gain access to an item or activity.
So we were given some strategies from our therapist to help Ethan participate in day-to-day tasks so that he would become independent and be able to assist himself in getting dressed and putting his shoes on and those sorts of tasks. This helped Ethan develop his confidence and his independence to be able to do day-to-day tasks like putting on his shoes and getting dressed.
It can be really hard at first when you're used to doing everything for your child and need to stick to a schedule, but we're still working on this and are finding that it's quite worthwhile.
An experienced therapist will assess your child to identify which communication system will best suit your child. For example, if a child cannot respond verbally and they have very good visual perception skills, then we would use a system called PECS, which is a picture exchange communication system. If a child is really good with imitation, then we might use sign language. It's important to adapt and play to your child's strengths.
Food was a great reinforcer for Ethan, so we used that to help him make choices about which foods he'd like to eat. We do this by holding one option in each hand and giving him the choice.
You can also use similar tactics for choosing toys or games. But remember, if you're empowering children with the chance to make a choice, keep it simple.
We use reinforcers to elicit communication and increase the probability of that behaviour occurring again. We encourage families to continue to do this at home and experiment with different interests.
Using rewards, encourage your child to tell you what they want while increasing the demand. If they can say biscuit, teach them to identify between two types of biscuit, so they can say brown biscuit. Continue this process until they're able to say, I want the brown biscuit.
No matter how good your therapy team is, your child will benefit if you work together. We've had to practice these skills at home and it makes a big difference.
We always encourage parents to be confident within themselves as well as confident with their children. Don't underestimate your child. All children have the ability to acquire new skills.